Good morning, afternoon, and evening, ladies and gentlemen. So, you'll notice there is not a day on this one because we are in quarterfinals territory right now.
Yes.
So we had 4 games today. We're going to go through all of them. We're going to recap them, starting in chronological order. First up, the Russians defeat the Germans 2-1.
So, pretty close game.
Very close game. Germans looked like they were holding on. Like, they honestly looked like they had a chance. Although, as the game wore on, you could tell that the Germans were just hoping on the stretch passes. And those are tough to do.
But, you know, it's one of those things where, because they don't have, you know, what Russia has in terms of talent.
Yeah, build.
And their team is not nearly as built. You know, they've been short guys and whatnot. Mm-hmm. They're trying to save on skating like that. And, well, it's one of those things where it's like, playing against a team like Russia, and Russia's got some really, really fast guys, they're not going to beat them in a 1-to-1 foot race. They won't. Mm-hmm. They won't beat Russia like that. So they're, you know, having those bigger, longer passes can eliminate some of that, but it also can cause turnovers. So.
Right.
But you know what? When they got that goal, third period, 16 minutes left in the game, mm-hmm. I thought, because I was actually watching, that was one of the only few ones I actually got to watch live. You know, I thought that they might be able to, because they got a power play later on, if I'm correct, I believe, later in the period.
Maybe, yeah.
But they didn't get anything of it. So.
Yeah, no, honestly, it was one of those things where you could sense the team was just going back to the same line over and over again. And sometimes you're going to the well one too many times with the same line. And I know that if there was ever going to be a goal that Germany scored, it was going to be that line. But it just wasn't enough to only have one line to carry against the entire team.
And it's unfortunate because later in that third period, they had a really good chance where Guy went on almost a breakaway and gets like a really weak backhand of the goalie. But then the puck goes right across and the guy shoots for the empty net, like literally an empty net. Like, goalie's not there, wide open, and he misses the net. And that could have tied the game, so would have really hoped to see that go in, just because I would be so curious to see what would happen after. But
yeah,
it didn't, and Russia captured their 2-1 victory. Which, I mean, at the end of the day, all Russia needed to do was win, so they did that. So,
and they did the job. They didn't handle it very easily, though, I will say.
But they did. They got the minimum requirement.
Yes,
they got the win.
So
that's what matters.
Next game is the Finns come back from down 2-0 to beat the Swedes 3-2. The Swedes suffer a third straight loss, which will knock them out of the tournament.
And you know what? This has gotta feel really good. Like, you gotta imagine how good it's gotta feel for Finland scoring those 3 goals after getting a between the legs goal scored on you.
It's not even just that. Well, they had 1 goal disallowed. Finns had where Heinola set it up, and the goal was disallowed because it was offside. Heinola looked great.
Which it was.
Yeah. So. Heinola looked great. The assist he got on the tying goal was good. It's funny that in the last minute and a half, you could just tell this wasn't going to overtime because like the pressure the Finns had on the Swedes, and this is like 30 seconds before the goal goes in. I was sitting there personally, and I don't know about you guys, but I was sitting there going, "Oh, you're scrambling. Like, you're either going to need to make a really mucky save or you're not making it out of that." And sure enough, it's just a wraparound at the end where the guys are just trying to reach at anything.
Like, well, it's funny, like, whenever I'm playing hockey and I have that and I have that kind of a situation where I'm trapped in my own zone. Now, we don't have a delay of game rule.
Ice the goddamn puck.
Well, I can't ice it because we do have the icing rule, but we don't have the delay. We don't have delay of game penalty, so I'll just throw it right into the mesh. Mm-hmm. But even at that point, like Sweden was like, I didn't see all of that, but I saw from what I did see, it looked like they were scrambling and just trying to cling on to anything.
The puck just kept going everywhere.
It just from the little I saw of that, it felt like they were chasing.
It's a shame too because it's funny. The Swedes' 2 goals were very, very stylish, 2 very snipe type goals.
Yeah, but you know what? Sweden's hockey has always kind of been like that, where they'd have those goals that were those really nice one-timers, those
Yeah.
cross ice passes.
Not even cross ice passes.
Laterally.
Just snipes.
Yeah.
The Finns' goals I liked because they were a lot of setting up plays that needed to happen for them to be successful with it.
Yeah.
A lot has to go right on those goals.
Not sure who it was. One of the forwards on, was it the second goal?
Which one?
Made a really nice move around the defenseman and before making a pass across.
That's Hanel.
That was Hanel?
Where he spins around?
No, you're thinking the third
Oh,
goal.
yeah, right.
I'm talking about where he moves it right around and then passes it across. Really nice move.
Yeah, he does the NHL 21 move to get around defenders.
That's what we're doing we're gonna know that as the NHL 21.
I'm a passer.
Actual...
I'm a passer in NHL 21. I do that same move. I just pull it back in and then pass it around.
Yeah.
But no, honestly, like the Finns wanted it more by the end of this game, and the Swedes looked really odd, like because the Swedes tournament was a mix of dominant and being dominated. And even in the game where they lost in overtime, they didn't really look that comfortable. They did what could have been enough to win, but it was by no means an easy run. And then
they really
pissed on by the Americans.
Well, that game, it really didn't look like Sweden was really doing anything until they kind of felt like guys, we might actually lose this.
Yes, yeah.
Which then they turned it up. They get that tying goal. They go into overtime. They're absolutely dominating overtime. Russia gets a little bit of momentum, and then Swedes take a penalty. Everything shuts down. Russia scores, and then it seems like from that moment on, the rest of the tournament, it's almost one of those things where they look like the sad kid walking down the hallway. That's what they are. They are the sad kid walking.
Just the school's burning down. They're like I am sad.
Like it's like everyone's in a rush to get to class, and he's like, I don't know where I am.
Jay,
anymore.
did you do your homework? I am sad.
Did you do your homework? I don't know.
No, he just says I am sad and keeps walking.
I am sad. Yeah.
But like sad Swedish noises.
Because I mean, the United States beat them 4-0 the other day.
Yeah.
Like not a single goal.
No, but
this tournament, Spencer Knight's being a little shaky, so especially in that first game. But
but
this game they came out great, but when Finland started to apply pressure, they collapsed, and Finland captures the win.
Yeah. It was a good game for the Detroit Red Wings fans. A lot of prospects to look at in there. I won't go through.
That is what I'm excited for. Lucas Raymond.
There's a lot of them.
They got 5 playing for Sweden.
So anyway, now, third game of the day, Canada shuts out the Czech Republic 3-0 to grab a win. This was Canada. Canada was pretty solid in terms of offensive pressure and stuff like that. They looked a little sloppy in defensiveness because that was the first time they've given up over 20 shots, I think.
Wow.
And they gave up 27. They got outshot by the Czechs. In the third period especially, it was funny because the Czechs pulled their goalie very early at about the 5-minute mark.
Yeah, I noticed that because when I saw your story,
they were down by 2. I was like, okay, cool.
I don't know. I'd probably wait.
The Czechs, no, but to fair credit though, the Czechs held it in the zone, held it without getting in, going back in the net.
I heard that a lot of people were really mad that Levi didn't get the first start, the player of the game or whatever.
Is what it is.
They thought Levi played great. So.
Is what it is. He's kind of been doing pretty well the entire season now, so he doesn't have to worry.
You mean tournament?
Yeah. Okay. Same thing. No, but Canada's got to make sure that they limit a lot though, because Levi was doing well to keep a balanced head on his shoulders. It wasn't like Askarov was in that game where they lost to Czech Republic, where he was just moving everywhere or something like that. And just a goalie that it wasn't like a goalie who's very good but also moves way too much. There's not much to hate there, honestly. He was just is what it is. And then the last game of the day is the Americans beat Slovaks 5-2. And yeah, you know what? The Americans were just better. Americans have a lot of firepower up front, and I look forward to seeing them play.
Slovakia did get some good chances, though. I saw some of the highlights where they, they got. I'm happy that they didn't get shut out. I'm happy they actually scored, because it's one of those things where when you see a team like Slovakia who Slovakia, have they really won anything in the World Juniors ever?
Maybe a bronze once, but
Maybe a bronze once. You like to see them at least get something to cheer about, which is why it's been really exciting to watch Germany this year.
yes, for sure.
Because Germany has done very
They
well.
did very well. They did well.
Germany is really becoming a hockey country.
Yeah, for sure. I would say this though.
They just need more depth.
Yeah, Slovakia. It's funny. Slovakia was just out of its depth. The two lineups we have now are Canada versus Russia and USA versus Finland. I would have Canada and USA, I assume. But you never know. These Finns could really put pressure on them because both these games are mixing the two divisions.
So you'd say
So it's tough
USA
to
beats
say.
Russia?
No, it's USA versus Finland.
Oh, USA versus Finland.
Canada
Canada.
versus Russia. I think. Yeah.
Okay.
Could be wrong.
I'm not gonna lie. If Finland beats the United States, I will be
Again?
so happy.
Again?
Yeah.
Yeah, again, honestly. And
Well,
honestly,
you know what? They got that Finnish team has got a lot of really good players.
yeah, no,
They do. The talent is there.
Yeah,
It really is.
I think we're gonna leave it there. Honestly,
I
not too
honestly, I really think that Finland actually has a real chance against the United States. Like if I had to put percentage, I'd say USA has a 60% chance of winning.
not bad.
I'd say it's 60-40.
Okay, yeah, that's nice.
Now Russia v Canada, probably 70-30 for
Okay.
Canada. I'd probably say. What would you say?
I have no idea.
I don't like using percentages. Because then you could just hide behind one or the other.
Well, you can't hide behind it. Well, like, oh yeah, I thought Russia was winning. That's why I said they had a 30%.
Yeah, but
chance.
anyway.
Yeah, you can't.
I'm not sure though. Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm not sure.
You'd say you're gonna go Canada, USA.
I think so.
You know what? As much as you know what, I think Finland can do it.
Okay.
I'm going Canada, Finland.
All right.
I really think this Finnish team can do that.
All right.
You know, they've especially with a great game that they had today, playing all the way down to the line to the last seconds of the game, full game like that. I think they can.
Okay, good.
And you know what? And another reason I'm saying this is that I think with Finland applying the amount of pressure that they did near the end of that game, if they apply that same pressure to Spencer Knight, does he crack? He might.
Yeah, maybe.
You
Was
know-
Knight the one in net, though? I always forget.
This game?
Yeah.
Yes,
Yeah.
he was.
Yeah, no.
And he was the one who was in net that
Yeah,
first
no,
game.
I
and
know.
he just- When Spencer Knight cracked, oh my god.
Yeah. But anyway, no, I think we're going to leave it here now. Honestly, these were good games today.
I'm
Nothing
excited.
really bad.
Is it already coming tomorrow, or are they giving it
It's either tomorrow or the next day. I forget which.
Can you search it up? I want to know if it's
Card, it
tomorrow.
doesn't matter right now.
Okay, well,
If it's tomorrow.
when it comes out,
Yeah.
you'll see reviews on it. So.
Yeah, so thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a like. Comment down below what you would like to see us talk about or what is interesting in your life happening right now. Share us
Tell
around
us about your problem.
and be sure to follow us on Instagram at No One Hockey Podcast. And thank you for watching. We will see you next time.